All right, another video, completely different topic. So let's talk about something that is broken in America, and it's not something that people typically talk about. Uh, in America, and it's not just America, because I've traveled all around the world, literally. Uh, we are not taught. Sorry, my camera was tripping. We're not taught how to retire. And it's not just America. I think it's worldwide because I've been all over the world, and pretty much unanimously every country teaches people to grow up, go to work, get a job. Used to be get married with a woman if you're a man, and get married if you were a woman with a man. Have kids, have a family, uh, buy a house, and you know it's gone from that to where after World War II, Rosie the Riveter basically was the birth of feminism because the women came out of the house and then they were stuffed back in there after the men came home from the war and they didn't like that. Different video, but we are not taught how to retire. Yeah, the people who have companies or work for companies and can afford to contribute to 401k plans, they talk about retirement plans, but they don't talk about I teach you how to retire. So I'm going to give you some tips. Golden rule of retirement is own your shit. What do you mean by that, Chief? Prepper? Own your car. Own your house. Pay your debt off. Do you know how much less it costs to live if all you're paying for is utilities and groceries? And maybe a vacation here and there? Doesn't go very cost very much. Add up your utilities, even on the expensive months in the summer right now with outrageous fucking electricity bills. $4.49 for electricity, $196 for DirecTV because I live in the country. Roughly $140 a month for garbage and water. I have life insurance plans, which is $327 for me and $83 for my wife. Automobile insurance is I think it goes up to $377 this month for 6 vehicles, and then I have motorcycle insurance, which is due once a year in July. Uh, and I spend between used to be 400 and 800, now it's closer to 600 and $1,000 a month in food, and a lot of that was prepping, and then now it's more backfilling whatever we use. We keep extra of almost everything on hand, so let's go with 1,200 on that. So basically, it's $2,000 a month to live, and that's eating well, and that's taking care of pets, chickens, dogs, and cats. So you know, and I make a certain amount of money, and my wife makes a certain amount of money, and we have a certain amount of money left over every month, and I'm working towards paying off debt. But so that's the key. And why am I talking to you about this? The machine and the uber rich do not want you to retire. If you retire, then you stop making money. If you stop making money, that you stop generating tax revenue. You stop generating tax revenue, then they have no piggy bank to rob from, no one to steal from. Banking, legalized stealing. Some motherfucker created the banking system to help you spend your money, and oh, by the way, they created the system. Now it's so convenient and they're getting to where they want to do away with cash because, you know, pay me to spend your money. Pay me to access your money. Pay me, not me as in me, but you're paying the bank for everything. Your entire life is predicated by money. You're judged by it, by how much you make, how you dress, what you drive, where you live, how you live. You know, so this Agenda 2030 only works if they have so many people who cannot live on their own. if you owe a mortgage, if you owe credit cards, if you owe car payments, and I'm in all three of those boats. So I'm working on getting rid of them, but it takes time. Uh, and they got you by the cojones. So, so that's the thing. Think about it. In order to retire, you have to know where you want to go. When I say you have to know where you want to go, you have to know what your definition of success is for you and your significant other and your family, whatever that is. Most people don't know what that is. Most people, for sure in America, I can't speak for other countries because I haven't been in any other country in a long time, but in America, most Americans work their entire lives until they can't work anymore. Uh, and then they still want to work and sometimes need to work because they can't retire because they can't pay for shit. They can't live on what their retirement is, whatever it is, whether it's Social Security and a 401k fund or whatever it is, they can't. So you need to figure that out. And it's much easier to live and retire and do whatever you want to do uh, if you own your house, if you own your car, if you don't have any credit card debt. Just saying. Information is knowledge and power. Chief Prepper, out.